welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is April and I am so excited to be here with you guys. So this is like my first video ever. So I actually feel really passionate about women and women empowerment and just being girl bosses. So I wanted to start this channel just to talk about everything that women go through and then have small discussions about how you guys feel or get different perspectives. So that's why it's called Let Your Hair Down, because each week you guys will be able to listen to my channel and to comment, and we can start discussions about things that we just go through as women. So I want this to be a really comfortable place where we can just talk and where anything legit goes. So a little bit about me. My name is April, like I said before, and please do not forget to like and subscribe to this video so you can get daily updates on things that's going on in my life. So a little bit about me. I am a teacher. I have been teaching for almost 10 years now, and things have been a little crazy because, we have the COVID going on, so we've done distance learning for a little bit, but I really do enjoy being in the classroom with my students. I've taught grades all the way from pre-K ESC, and that's students with disabilities, all the way up to 3rd grade, so I'm really excited to see what the fall may bring. I know our school district here in Florida is trying to figure out what that might look like, so we are actually on pins and needles trying to figure out what our future is going to look like as far as teachers. But like I said, I've been teaching for a really long time, and I decided to go and get my master's in administration. So I'm actually currently working on that. I have about a year left, so it seems like a long time, but hopefully it goes by really quick. I'm really enjoying my program. I'm learning a whole lot, so I'm really excited to bring that back to my school and hopefully get a job, you know what I mean? So other than that, I am actually an auntie of 2 little boys, and I love them so much. It's so much fun being an auntie of 2 little boys. Boy life is just so awesome. They just do things that I didn't realize kids do, like, run around and, smash into things, and it's been really interesting, but it's a lot of fun just to see them grow up, and I love it so much. But right now, I don't have any kids, and I'm currently single. So we'll be talking about that actually today, how to do this life being single, sassy, and secure. So that's our title for today. So a little bit else about me. I am the oldest of 2 other siblings. I have a sister. She is in her mid-20s. And then my brother, he is 22. So he's still a little baby, but that is okay. And I love being the older sibling. I love being the older sister of the 2. It's so nice to watch them grow up, and they actually learn from a lot of my mistakes. So it's actually kind of good for them too, I guess. I don't know. But anywho, so just that's a little bit about me. I also go to church. I've been going to church since I was 7 years old, and I love Jesus. I love being a part of the church community. It's kind of weird now because since churches are starting to reopen a little bit, my church actually has decided to wait until the middle of July, but they have some different procedures and protocols they want to put in place just to make sure people are safe. So like I said before, today's topic is going to be about being single, sassy, and secure. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So a little bit about my relationship history. I wasn't really the type that had a lot of boyfriends in middle school or like elementary, when kids think they like each other, like check yes for if you like me, check no, that thing. I didn't really have a lot of that. I was kind of more into sports and to just having friends. I didn't really think about boys really until I was in high school. And then I really had a really terrible experience, to be honest. I really was into this one guy. I remember I was in 10th grade. I kid you not, he was so cute. And I wrote him a letter because back in the day, that's what you did. You wrote letters. And I gave it to him and I said, hey, this is for you. And he actually turned me down. He was like, you're a real cool chick. You're cool, but I just want to be friends. And I'm like, okay, I guess there's that. I guess I'll be single forever. But actually, fast forward to senior year, we actually started dating, and we dated for 3 years after that. So I really didn't have a lot of relationship experience. I just had that one boyfriend, and then we dated for a couple years. So that's kind of been how my relationship style has been. It hasn't really been where I just dated multiple guys and then that was it. I'm just a one woman, one man type of dater. That's it. I date you. It's going to be for a while. So fast forward to my young adult years. I actually met this guy. I put on a game night at my house because our church does small group and things like that. So he came, and at first I thought he was not cute at all. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He wasn't something I was attracted to, but I wanted to get to know him and his personality. So I feel like once I started to to know his personality, that's when things really started to kind of pop off. So he was into me and I was into him, and he had some baggage from the past, like we all do. So it is what it is. But it was really interesting to see how that relationship started to flourish, and we fell in love. We decided that we wanted to get married. So one day, as I was teaching, I think I was teaching second grade that year, he came into my class, and this is like my engagement story, I guess. He came into my class. He told like my principal he was coming, and mind you, he didn't tell my sister or like my closest friends, my mom. None of those people knew except for like my assistant principal and my principal. So I was like, okay, don't you think you should probably tell my family? But neither here nor there. He proposed to me in front of like what 30 second graders. Then all my teacher friends started coming in, and I was extremely happy, but I knew deep down that it wasn't for me. And some of you may be like, well, why did you say yes? Why did you say yes? Because in the moment I really wanted to spend the rest of my life with him. I really wanted to see where our love could take us, and I really believed in us. So it was maybe about a week after that, I really started to get this feeling like, you know what? As happy as I am with him, and I really don't think this is the best decision for me. Like I said, there was a lot of baggage, there's a lot of red flags that I did not listen to, which a lot of my friends were like, hey, April, you probably should rethink this. My family, April, rethink this. And I know they were just protecting me because they cared about me and they wanted me to guard my heart. And eventually I did decide like that was not for me. It was the hardest decision I had to make thus far in that season of life, because I knew that whatever I thought I wanted, the future was no longer gonna be. Like I thought I was gonna be with him, we were gonna have a house, we are gonna have kids, we are gonna just do life together. And for me to say, look, this is not right for me, it was really hard. So that kind of offset my relationships, and I really had to learn how to love myself from that. So I want to say to all my single girls, if you are still single, and I'm 32 years old and I desire a husband, I desire children, that you have to love yourself first, because after that engagement period, I didn't know who I was. I put my identity in him, and I knew like growing up, like something that you didn't do. I was always told to stand on my own 2 feet. I'm my own woman, woman empowerment all the way. But I did. Like I fell in love. Like what can you say? Your heart's in it, so you're gonna be all in it. So I really had to learn to find out who I was. So I had to seek some like Christian counseling, and that really helped me, because another part of that, I really didn't like talking about myself. I didn't like talking about my feelings. It's not that I didn't like it. It just felt awkward to me because I was never really like asked like, so how are you really doing, and things like that. So I don't know. It was really hard. So after that, I had to learn to love myself. So I got involved in my church. I started serving. I started getting closer friends, because you all know you have acquaintances, and then you have people that you actually call your friends, that you actually do life with, and the people that you actually want to spend time with. So I had to like rearrange my whole life. It was just a lot. But I say this, if that was you or you have a similar story like me, do not give up. Continue to push on, continue to build your confidence, and to continue to love yourself, because you can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself. And I had to learn that too. Like I struggle with body image, I struggle with just confidence in general, and I really wanted to break the walls down. I really wanted to figure out who I was after the fact. So needless to say, that was 5 years ago, and I am still currently single. Now I have dated a couple guys here and there, and they were amazing guys, don't get me wrong, they were great, but this something just wasn't right. I just hadn't found that person that I connected with wholeheartedly. So some of you may ask, so dang, 5 years, that's a long time. I'm like, yeah, it's a long time. So I'm going to talk about a couple things that I did and still is doing that has helped me just stay single and stay happy and secure and sassy. So the first thing that I've learned that I needed to do is date myself. A lot of my friends make fun of me because I go to the movies by myself, and they don't understand. They're like, so you buy your ticket and you eat popcorn by yourself? I'm like, yes, it's amazing. You should try it. So I believe that if you find yourself and you are single and you really want to start getting yourself out there again and kind of build your confidence and start to love yourself again, date yourself. Put it on the calendar, mark it down, take yourself out to the movies, go get ice cream. You can. I've done where I got a membership to like my local massage place, and one day a month I go and get a massage, and that's like my me time. And I do live alone, but it's still different when you go and do an activity by yourself. Like, I've never been the type to go sit at a bar and like drink by myself. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I can do that at home. I don't know. So I don't really want to do it out there. But I do certain things that I feel like it's nice. Or I might go for a walk or things like that. Or just have a movie night with yourself. Like, get your favorite bottle of wine, get your favorite snack, pop in a movie and just literally chill. Turn your phone off. And that's you connecting with yourself. I do a lot of self-reflection. I like to kind of tap into why I react to certain things. So that's another thing that you can sit down and do. If you notice yourself lashing out a lot of times, or you might just feel some kind of way about something, just sit down and think, man, why do I feel this way? What happened in my past that made me react the way I did? So a lot of self-reflection has been good for me these past 5 years, and dating myself. Another thing that is like the number one killer is comparison. Let me tell you, when I say everybody, okay, I lied. 98% of my friends are married with children, like legit 98%. 98%. I had to learn not to compare myself. And it's very hard. Like, I say that easily, but it's extremely hard. It legit is a daily struggle. Daily struggle. So you go on Facebook, or you go on Instagram, and you see, oh, so and so just got engaged, and you are truly happy for these people. Don't get me wrong, I love my friends, but I'm like, what about me? That's so strange. I'm still single, but why? So I mean, for me, like, I just have to know that my time will come. And like I said, I go to church, so I believe that God does have the right man for me. It's just all about timing. And people are like, well, you need to get yourself ready. I'm like, I've been ready. I've been ready for 5 years. But I know I want the absolute best, and I know that's what he's doing for me. So if you are struggling with comparison, just know that what you always see on social media may not always be true. I'm not saying people are lying, but our perspective is completely different to what the reality may be. So I say that to say this: make those happy moments for yourself. I'm a huge birthday person, and my friends know that I like to throw parties. I don't have a baby shower to celebrate. I don't have a children's birthday party to celebrate. I don't have a bridal shower to celebrate. So I celebrate myself through birthdays. Or I might just have a random girls' night where my girls come over and we do a movie night. And that helps me. That makes me feel connected. So if you are struggling with comparison, this next birthday that you have coming up, celebrate it. I did a 30-year-old photo shoot. Let me tell you, I was feeling myself. I got my makeup done by Sephora. I had a nice, cute dress. It was from Amazon. But you know what? It was nice, and I did my thing. I had a party after, and I felt so good. And I was like, okay, I can do this. And once you get that man in your life, remember, you don't have to always have your validation in other people. I always say, like, I'm the cupcake, and having a husband or a significant other is just a cherry on top. Like, I'm already secure. I'm already confident in who I am. And just having you, oh, which I would love to have you, but I don't really have to. But if I do have you, you're just a cherry on top of that cake. So I think for me, I had to start thinking that way. I had to build my confidence up. I had to say, April is a boss. Hey, I may want you, but I don't need you. But in the same sense, I do have a desire to be a wife and a mother one day. So I am really excited just to be able to go out and to empower other women that may be struggling just like me. Like, and it's hard. Like, it's hard to always open up to how you feel, because I feel like as a single woman with a lot of married friends, the conversation is always kids, husband, kids, husband. It's very rare, and I love my friends dearly, don't get me wrong, that they sit and say, okay, well, let's see how April's doing, or let's talk about something else, which I understand, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you have to be able not to take offense to that either. And just to think, one day it'll be your time where you can share into the what did my husband do type stories, or my kids did this type of stories, but it's okay. So another thing I wanted to say is surround yourself with men or women that you consider trustworthy, that you want to do life with, people that you know that at the end of the day they're going to ride for you no matter what. Now, I have a lot of acquaintances, I have a lot of girlfriends, but I only have like maybe 5, 6 friends that I actually truly call my friends. When I need something, they'll be there for me. And that's what you want. You want a tight knit circle around you, so when things are hard, that you can pick up the phone and say, hey, I need you. And that's another thing I learned too, is that it's okay to not be okay. You're going to have days where you're just not going to want to do anything, especially nowadays, being enclosed and given restrictions. It's extremely hard to stay positive, especially if you live alone, because it's just you. I have a dog too, so he counts. It's really hard because it's just you and your thoughts, and that's it. You know, not everyone's available by text message right away, so you really, really have to be okay being by yourself. And I feel like God has taken this time for me to learn that, and then he'll say, okay, April, he's ready, you're ready, there you go, and then we'll be able to start our life together. So please keep like a close-knit group around you, people that you trust, that you love, and that you just like being around. So with that being said, that is how I am getting through like this season of singleness. And I like to read books. Actually, I lied. I like to listen to books. So I'm a big auto book person. But I desire to be a wife, so I'm not going to be reading books about how to be single. I know how to be single. I've been single forever. Okay, I want to know how to be a wife. So I've actually picked up a couple books about learning how to be a wife, a godly wife, a wife in this type of society. And like I said, I'm really huge into women empowerment. So I don't believe in gender roles. You know, I do feel like, marriage is a team. But when it comes to the man is always outside, he's bringing home the bacon. No, honey, I want to work. I want to be successful too. So I've been really trying to figure out when to submit and things like that. And it's good to have married friends, because one friend in particular, I ask her all the time, how was marriage this week? How was marriage this week? Because I want to know, like, what am I going to get myself into, and what can I prevent from doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's nice to have all types of friends around you. And I love my single friends too, because we can sit back and just talk about it, and we can roll our eyes, when someone gets engaged. Let's be honest, it happens. You've done it before. So, so whatever helps you get through like your singleness time, hey, I'm all for it. So if you have a question or you want to discuss a topic, things like that, please drop me a comment. I am so excited to start this journey with you. So this channel is going to be, like I said, you letting your hair down where anything goes. And we're just going to talk about whatever. So I am going to do my best to post a video each week for you guys, and we'll just see where it goes from there. So like I said, my name is April, and this is Let Your Hair Down. So please, please be safe out there. Hug your family tight and stay well. Bye.